Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Core Class Autobot Hot Rod. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we go. Nice artwork of Hot Rod in his alt mode, firing his laser sword doodad thingy. And Takara Generations on the top here. Transformers Legacy. 8 and up. Transformers Legacy. Autobot Hot Rod. And Hasbro print on the bottom. Includes figure, accessory, and instructions in all kinds of languages. On this side, some nice artwork of Robot Mode Hot Rod, and it's Stacy's core class. And on this side, the Legacy Autobot artwork, authentic. And then on the back side, here we have nice product shots, which are most likely digital renders. Autobot Hot Rod transforms in 8 steps. Or converts, as they like to say at Hasbro. Warning! Attention! Achtung! Don't stick things in any language pie hole that don't belong there. Don't give it to the babies. Small fine legalese made in Vietnam print. Symbols I'm not going to learn Hasbro print. And a barcode. What's my number? That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at Hot Rod in his alt mode and his accessories. And we do have handy dandy tweezers. Let's start things off with a look at the handy dandy instructions. And they are nicely illustrated, clearly illustrated, and easy to follow. There's how all 3 of the Wave 1 core class figures, the weapons combined together, and that's how they do it. And then, of course, parents scan that. And then keep the instructions for future reference. Here we have Hot Rod's core class sword. Nice paint for the blade there. I have to say they painted this up nicer than some of those Energon weapon things. Well, there you have it. And as far as in his alt mode, where does the sword store? You see there's a little post here on top of his fins. There's a little port here in the sword. And there you have it. Don't know how good that would be running down the road as a weapon, but there it is. I suppose you could also, it's got a small little post here, and there's a small port there. I guess you could also do it that way, but again, I don't see how, you know, in this mode, I don't see where that would come in very handy, unless it shoots, you know, particles off of its energy blade here. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at Hot Rod himself. And for the most part, it's okay. I mean, it's a nice little core class alt mode. It's got a little gap here in the back, though. And it's a little messy on the bottom, but it's okay. And for the wheels, it's just the tires peg on, and that becomes the rims, although they don't move. got some nice paint app here on the fin, the windshield, and on the hood. Even some silver for the engine blower, I guess. I don't know. Intake, perhaps is the right word. I don't know. And then a nice silver paint app on each side for his pipes. And it's okay. I mean, for a core class, it's a little gappy right here where the top of the cockpit meets, and this side isn't as bad, but on this side it is. And then it's a little gappy here on this side, and if you try to get it too tight, it just all another part will pop out. And so, and as far as that, he does roll pretty good. That, my friends, is a look at Core Class Hot Rod in his alt mode and its accessories. It's time for vehicle mode comparisons. And here we have Core Class Hot Rod with Core Class Skywarp and Core Class Iguanus. Here's Core Class Hot Rod with Studio Series Core Class Wheelie and Studio Series 86 Voyager Class Hot Rod. For our final set of vehicle mode comparisons, here we have Core Class Hot Rod with the Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Earthrise Leader Class Alternate Universe or Dead Optimus Prime. And now it's time for the comedy portion of our program, where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And first thing I want to do is remove the sword. And let's go ahead and untab the hood and windshield piece and lift it up. It separates as you do that, and then you can fold these pieces. Well, I guess you don't fold those down yet. Let's see. Okay, you want the back piece to be able to lift up. Well, we'll go ahead and take that out of the way. But separate the legs. Then you can lift this piece up. And of course, you can take the legs, and it's on a double hinged piece. And you just extend them down. Do that on both sides. And these hood pieces fold down and fold in. Oh, there was something else you did with that. I guess that's it. And let's take the arms and Fold them down. And these arms are pretty stiff. There it goes. And pop this off. Let's fold this up like that. And then this piece popped off, so we'll just pop it right back on. And we take his weapon and port it into his hand. And there we go. Core Class Hot Rod, all transformed. Let's take a look at the figure in his robot mode and his accessories. And it's not a whole lot to say about the accessory that I didn't say before. It does have this little post here so that it will fit in his hand. And let's take a look at the figure. He's got nice paint apps here and here. And then, of course, the silvers. Everything we talked about before in vehicle mode. I have to say, it's a pretty decent looking little figure as far as core class goes. It's a little gappy right here in the back, but again, it's core class, so what can you do? Let's talk about his articulation. He doesn't look up, down, or any waggle, no chicken neck, but he can do the full Exorcist. Here at the shoulder, if you use this, well, let's say you can, maybe you can't. Okay, so once he's transformed, his arms go up that far. They do spin around a full 360 degrees. And ball joint here at the elbow, it gives you that much bend, and it also gives you a 360 degree swivel. Nothing at the waist. At the hips, he will give you that much of the splits. Kicks forward that far. Kicks back almost just as far. Has a ball joint here at the knee. Gives you that much bend, and it does also give you full 360 degrees of rotation. And that's pretty much it, my friends. A look at Core Class Hot Rod and his accessory. Let's put that in the middle. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, Robot Mode Comparisons. And here we have all three figures all three Core Class figures from Wave 1 of Legacy: Hot Rod, Skywarp, and Iguanus. Here's Core Class Legacy Hot Rod with Studio Series 86 Core Class Wheelie and Studio Series 86 Voyager Class Hot Rod. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Core Class Hot Rod with the Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy Core Class Hot Rod, I'd have to say it's an okay figure. Had I not picked it up on clearance for a really good price, I probably would not have gotten this figure. The transformation, while okay, does tend to be a little gappy in the hood and canopy area, and it just doesn't seem to fit together well. Robot mode, you know, it's about what you'd expect for a core class. Hollow bits, gappiness, and, you know, not my favorite core class figure. You know, I really, out of Legacy, I really like Iguanus, and then the Skywarp would be a close second. I just really like that mold. I'm really considering going back and getting the Starscream because they just announced Thundercracker, and that would be another opportunity to complete all three, which I never even had one of them when I was a kid. So this will be the, if I'm able to get all three of them, it would be the 4th complete set of the original Seekers. But I don't know, I may not go after that one, I don't know. It is core class, and I'm not, you know, I don't really go after the core class stuff unless it's a character that makes sense. Or like this one, I got a really good price on it. Or it was gifted to me. Like Skywarp was. But, you know, it's like I said, you know, this is about what you'd expect out of a core class figure, and it's okay. Of course, it has the, you know, the weapon gimmick where it combines with the other two core classes weapon to make a super weapon or mega weapon, or at least core class mega weapon. It's not very mega for regular sized Transformers. But that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.